Ponytail is a foundational technique that is used to support a variety of looks. We want to start with the basics and learn how to execute the proper science of the ponytail at every step. I will simplify the technique so that you can build a clean and good ponytail, a strong base for your look so you won't have to go back and rework it. So the first thing I want to do when working with this ponytail is I want to get the hair in the direction that it needs to go. So I'm going to wrap dry it and lock that hair so that that hair is going in the direction that I want that ponytail in. So that top I want pushed back, so I'm just going to blow dry that hair back and forth and then lock it to make sure that that hair is going in that direction. And this is going to make my job easier so I don't have to manipulate the hair as much as I would if the hair was more rough or if there was movement at the root. That way that root is going in the way that I want to put that ponytail in. So once I've smoothed out the top surface, I'm then also going to work the under surface, the hair at the nape of the neck. In order for me to do this, I just tilt that head forward so that way I'm not working like this to get that hair to go the way that I want it to. That with her head forward, I can actually blow dry in the direction I need it to go. Now, in order to work with a ponytail, I want to actually break it into subsections. We're going to put a ponytail on top of a ponytail. So we're going to take a section from the top of the crown and section it behind the ear. So we're basically separating the front from the back. And what we're going to do is we're going to work with that back section first. Now, in working with that back section, there's a couple of very key components that you always must remember. The first one is if I want to make sure that that nape doesn't sag, I need to make sure to tilt that head backward. Now, from here, I've smoothed out that underside with my mixed boar bristle brush. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully walk my hand in. My hand is squeezing quite tight because I want this ponytail to be firm and strong. Then I can start to secure the ponytail. So I'm going to use elastic cord instead of using a rubber band. Oftentimes when we put a rubber band in, as we're moving the hair around, it all gets messy. So I'd rather actually secure the ponytail where it is. So I know that it's actually nice and smooth. So then I'm going to take that first part of the cord and put it at the top of my knuckle. And then I'm going to take it and wrap it around. And then what's very important is when I'm wrapping that cord, I wrap it on top of itself. Because when I wrap it on top of itself, it's going to then secure and hold itself in place. If I wrap it underneath itself and I hold on to one end, the other end will unravel. Now to finish this bit up, I'm going to then pull both sides to make sure that that cord then cinches and tightens up. And then because I just don't want to commit to this yet, I'm just going to tie it around once and twice. And then I'm just going to secure it in place by giving it a little twist. Now, the nice thing about this technique is if I like it, I can then tie a knot in it. If I don't like it, I can just pull it apart and it'll all undo, and then I can retie it again. Now, for this particular occasion, I like it, so then I'm going to tie another knot in it. And then that excess cord, I will then take a scissor and cut that right off. Now, I have that back section in place. It's nice and smooth and it's controlled. Now I can put the top section in. So you'll notice I'm taking that top section and I'm starting with my hand very far away from the scalp. So I'm not trying to jam all the hair into one section. I'm actually starting with it very far away and just smoothing out that surface, putting that ponytail on top of another ponytail. Now, as I'm smoothing that out, I may put some product in there to shine it or make it more in control, but usually if that blow dry is in place, that hair will go exactly where I want. And then after I have it far away, I'm then going to walk my hands in, smoothing and walking it in, and then I'm going to repeat what I did on the first section. I'm going to cinch my hand close to the scalp, and I'm going to pull the other side, and then the cord is going to be tied in the exact same way, where I take the cord and I start it with my thumb, and then I wrap that cord on top of itself, once around, and then twice around. And then by the third time, it'll actually secure itself in place. So afterwards, I'll then take that and give it a nice tug to close up any space in that cord, and then tie it once around and then twice around to make sure that it can actually be untied if I don't like it. And if I do like it, I can then tie it with a knot and then cut the excess cord. And then this is my foundation that will actually be secure and stay in place. And if there's any flyaway hair, or if there's any hair that I don't like, I can then take my tail comb that's fine-toothed and I can just smooth out the surface. Now from here, I don't want to dig that comb too deeply into the scalp because I'm really just dealing with the surface. And if there's any hair that's bubbling through or any ridges in there, I can take the tail of my comb and just place it inside the hair and just smooth that through. Now, if this ponytail doesn't work, I can cut that cord out and I can repeat the steps and I will get the results that I'm looking for. Or if I've followed them well, then I will have a nice, tight, clean, controlled ponytail that will stay secure and in place. And again, it's quite easy and simple to make something that looks very difficult that turns out to be very beautiful.